All right, guys. Welcome to day number 2 of PowerBreath Masterclass. Give yourselves a huge round of applause for showing up. You would be surprised, okay, guys. Actually, honestly, right now, if you haven't already, you should be giving yourselves a round of applause, a pat on the back, because again, you showed up, right? You'd be surprised how many people would invest or they would pay for a course and never show up. Anybody know this kind of people? The fact that you showed up is over 90% of the job itself. And you know what? Today is going to be a super fun day because today you are going to reclaim your power over your nervous system. Because how many of you ever been into your environment before, and then something happens in your environment? Somebody says something, somebody does something, and out of nowhere you get really triggered. You get really angry, you get really upset, you get really annoyed. Anybody experienced something like this before? Yeah. Well, today you're gonna understand exactly why and how you can overcome it, right? So that you are no more a victim of your environment, so that you are instead in charge of your environment, right? So let's quickly share the screen. Let me share the screen with you. Okay, everybody can see the screen. Okay, let me just get all the stuff going. Okay, this is here. Let me get a chat. So I get a chat here. Very nice. Hello, good evening. Okay, I hope the music will be better later. Let's go. Okay, so everybody can see my screen? Yes. Give me a nice thumbs up. Or awesome. Okay, so Power Breath Masterclass day number 2. Before we actually dive in, let me ask you guys this question. How was your day today? How was your day today now that you are more conscious about your breath? Any of you were conscious about your breath throughout the day? Caught yourself realizing, hey, actually, how am I breathing right now? Anybody ask yourself a simple question? Hey, actually, how am I breathing? Or did any of you consciously take some deep breaths today? Anybody double down on nature? Just type me into the chat, right? And let me ask you guys this. How was your day? Is it suddenly more relaxing? Do you feel like it's easier now that you're a bit more conscious about your breath? Have you started being aware? Hey, yeah, actually, at different times, you might not be breathing fully or deeply, and in these moments, you can easily just take a deep breath, right? Because these are again the cool things you gain once you unlock the power of your breath. You become so successful every time you are conscious about your breath. Because every time you're conscious about your breath, it means you are not giving in to your subconscious thoughts. Right? So let's go into day number 2. Before we start day number 2, let's just review a little bit of what we have covered in day number 1. So, in day number 1, one of the very first skills that I taught you guys was the laboratory, right? And in the laboratory, what do we do? A quick state scan, right? Understanding that at different times, at different moments, you feel differently, right? And then you just need to feel at those moments what is very, very present for you. In those moments, how is your breathing? How is your heart rate, right? And that was the first thing we covered. Just a very, very, very simple thing, being aware. And then once you are aware about your breath, then you can change it. Once you're aware of how you are breathing, then you can change it. But before you change it, the next thing we covered is how to breathe right, right? So, what are two tips to make sure that you are breathing correctly? What are two things you want to make sure you are doing to make sure you're breathing correctly, guys? Come type it into the chat. Let's see if any of you remember this. What are two things you need to be making sure of when you breathe, right? So every time you breathe, you want to make sure these two things are happening. What are the two things? Come on, guys. Let's see whether you remember, right? Let's see whether you remember. Do, 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 do. Okay, I'm gonna give you the first clue. The first clue is you gotta make sure you're breathing in and out using your what? Your mouth or your nose? Right, guys, type into the chat. That's right. You want to make sure you're always breathing in and out with your nose. Why? Because inside your nose, if I didn't share with you, I forgot. It's because inside your nose there is this beautiful gas called nasal nitric oxide. Okay, everybody write it down. Nasal nitric oxide. Right? This nasal nitric oxide, thank you, will help reduce the inflammation in your body. It helps dilate your lungs and your heart up. It opens things up. Why a lot of people are getting a heart attack is because, again, they're breathing with their mouth and they're not harnessing this nasal nitric oxide. Okay. The second tip is to make sure every time you breathe in, you want to breathe into your what? Your stomach. That's right. Right? You want to feel when you breathe in, you want to feel your stomach going out or going in. Right? Again, when you breathe in, you want to feel your stomach going out or going in. That's right. Okay, so the two tips: breathe in and out using your nose, breathe into your diaphragm. Okay, and then again, guys, for any of you with sinus problems, hold your breath for as long as you can later on, right? We're gonna do it later. Anybody have sinus now? Anybody feel your nose is blocked? If you feel like you have sinus or your nose is blocked, just type me into the chat, just so that I'll make sure I go through the exercise with you later. Okay, cool. Next thing we did, we learned the first shape that will keep you in a flow state. When you are working, when you are presenting, when you are thinking, when you are doing things, when you need to be productive, you want to be making sure you're breathing this way. Because again, subconsciously, what many people don't realize is their breathing is putting them into a stressed out state. When they're breathing short, shallow breaths, the brain doesn't have enough capacity or space it needs to think. All right. This breath also helps you energize yourself. Circular breathing in and out, in and out, in and out. So if you haven't been doing it already, if you're still just watching me and listening to me, even right now, you should be saying, okay, I need to inhale for 5 seconds. I need to exhale for 5 seconds. And again, when you breathe in, make sure you're breathing, you feel your stomach expanding. And when you breathe out, your stomach is going in. See, it's still very magical. Even though you are counting in your head in, two, three, four, five, out, two, three, four, five, you are so present, you still can absorb everything you're listening from me now. And that's what it's like to be in that flow state, right? So even right now, okay, guys, try to maintain 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, right? So now, after we learned circular breathing, we've optimized your breathing, making sure you have enough energy throughout the day. What was the next breathing technique that we learned? Okay. The next breathing technique that we learned, what was it, guys? Type it into the chat. The easiest way to let stress go. What do we call this breath? That's right. Your relaxation breath. Why is relaxation breathing so important? Okay. Why is it so effective? I mean, why is relaxation breathing, why is using it an ah sound so effective? Which nerve are you stimulating when you let it go with an ah sound? That's right. Well done. Your vagus nerve, guys. You will see a lot of signs out there, a lot of people talking about your vagus nerve, the health of your vagus nerve. Literally, your breathing, your breath is directly connected to everything, your nervous system, your vagus nerve. And when you just let it go, let it go, right? You let go of all the stresses that is on your nervous system, right? And then finally, after covering the vagus nerve, after learning to relax, right? After learning to relax, what was the final breathing technique that we learned that will allow you to find rest anytime, anywhere? What is the final piece of art or the final type of breathing that you can use to find rest anytime, anywhere? Right, guys, type into the chat. That's right. Okay, very good. Triangle breathing. And when you do triangle breathing, in the triangle breath, that's where you find rest. Just like what we did at the end of the night when we ended the night, right? What did we do? We release, we release, we release, and then we rest. And again, that's the practice you want to do every night. You let go of your stress, you let go of your stress, you let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. Then you can rest. And then how many of you by the end of last night, how many of you slept pretty well last night? Anybody slept pretty well last night? Or you slept better last night? Yeah, just type me into the chat. Because again, that's what you want to be able to do. Every night, just calm your nervous system down, calm your body down, calm your mind down. Just let everything go. And then find your rest. Okay. So um right now, let's establish a base. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being amazing, 1 being not great, how are you guys feeling today? Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being amazing, 1 being not great, how are you guys feeling today? Right. So John's feeling a 7. How about the rest of you? So Raj, I hope you woke up feeling energized. So more energized. Okay, nice. 7. Um, So a lot of you feeling a 7, Food feeling a 6, One's feeling a 6. Okay, Ghost feeling a 6. Okay, cool. However you guys feeling, just pay attention to it, right? Pay attention to how you're feeling. 1, 2. Whenever again you are not feeling great, ask yourself the question, how are you breathing? Or how have you been breathing? Okay. Um, On one of the days, I'm going to share with you exactly how your mind works to get all your emotions going, working for you, right? I'm not going to tell you when. I'm going to keep it on a surprise, keep you on your toes, right? But again, by these 4 days, you're going to master your mind, your breath, and all of these feelings, okay? So, however you're feeling, don't worry about it. Just pay attention to it, okay? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the bolt test. You should know how to do the bolt test, but just in case you don't, there are 3 steps to it. Step number one, you're going to breathe in using your nose. Step number two, you're going to breathe out using your nose. Step number three, you are going to pinch your nose and hold your breath. Now, for those of you who have a blocked nose, I'm going to challenge you to push longer than you feel like you can, right? So the minute you get that urge to breathe, the first urge that you get to breathe, especially those with a blocked nose, I want you to try to count for an extra 3 to 5 seconds. Okay? Count an extra 3 to 5 seconds. And once you do that, let your nose go and as controlled as possible. Use your nose to inhale in slowly. And what you would notice is your nose would open up. Now, the big challenge would be to make sure that you keep your mouth closed, okay? Because when you feel breathless, when you finally have that urge to breathe, one of the first things you would naturally feel like doing is you would feel like going. You don't want to do that, okay? Can? Okay, I'm gonna count you guys in. Are you ready? In three, two, one. Inhale and exhale. And pinch your nose and hold your breath. Again, just pinch your nose, just hold your breath, just relax. And again, you're just seeing how long can you comfortably hold your breath for. And do you notice your nose opening up? So again, at any point in time, if your nose is blocked, hold your breath for as long as you feel, as long as you can. Good. Okay, so if you are still holding your breath, you can take your breath right now, all right? And type your results into the chat. Okay, so type your results into the chat. How long today were you able to comfortably hold your breath for? Right? And then my question to you is, did you improve or did you digress? Right? Did your breath hold become better or did it become worse? However it is, no judging it, just pay attention to it. Okay. Wow, 1 minute 25. Okay. I should maybe I stopped the time too early. Should have let it go further to see how will it go, right? Again, however your breath hold is, just pay attention to it. Right. Especially so what I've noticed, especially when I'm feeling really tired or when I'm feeling very stressed, my breath hold times is not as long because maybe during those moments, subconsciously, I wasn't breathing very fully, right? Subconsciously, I wasn't breathing properly. So if this is you, then you just want to start again paying attention. How are you breathing throughout the day? Okay. So today, guys, one of the big things I really want you guys to understand is in reality, what is that one thing that is in control over your brain and body? You see, a lot of people would like to think that they are in control over their mind and body. But I can tell you, for a majority of my clients that I've met, especially those who are having health challenges, anxiety, depression, and whatnot, they don't realize their mind is actually running them. In fact, the truth is, it is actually their nervous system that is driving every emotion, every feeling, every all the energy that they have, right? Why? Because every day when they go into the same environment, when they experience the same thing, what many people don't realize is your nervous system, especially if you're over the age of 38, is very, very conditioned already. Where every day you pretty much do the same thing, you experience the same thing. You eat this particular bread is really nice, it makes you really happy. But when you eat this other ugly thing, it makes you really you hate it and it makes you cringe. Right? So let me give you a very simple example of how your nervous system works. Okay. So let's say, guys, I went, all right, tonight we are going to celebrate after this class, and together we are going to eat durian. Okay, we're gonna eat nice Musang King durian. Okay. So now when I said that particular line, let me ask you guys this question. How many of you were excited, right? How many of you felt like, all right, durian, woohoo. How many of you were excited? Type E into the chat. Okay, if you felt excited, type E into the chat. Or how many of you felt, durian, like you didn't have much of a reaction, or maybe your reaction is a bit of a yuck reaction. Type Y into the chat. Okay, if your reaction is a bit more of a yuck, yuck, what this? I can't believe what rubbish this guy is saying. He's teaching us how to breathe, and now he's trying to make us eat durian. This is triggering, right? And that's how the nervous system works. Again, what many people don't realize is their nervous system is so programmed that it is driving them. And so today is about reclaiming back your power over your nervous system. But before we can do that, I want you to first understand what happens to your body in different states. Because let me ask you guys this question, okay? There are two states in your nervous system. There is the stressed out state and the rest and relaxed state. Now, let me ask you guys this question. In this modern day and age, where do you think you spend majority of your time? In a more sympathetic state, stressed out state, or a more parasympathetic rest and relaxed state? Okay. So let's have a gauge. Where do you think you spend most of your time? In a more sympathetic, stressed out state, or in a more parasympathetic, rest and relaxed state? Right? That's right. So majority of people, clients that I've met, even doctors, all right, you should be crazy. We did a nervous system test on a lot of these people. And a lot of the clients that I worked with, their nervous system, their sympathetic state was very, very heavily active. What that means is the brain and body keeps thinking it's in a stressed out state. And it's producing hormones and cells it needs to function in that stressed out state. And when they measured the parasympathetic state, it is very, very minimally activated. And that's why people's recovery is not happening, right? The healing is not happening. The recovery rate is not happening. Why? Because in the sympathetic state, in the stressed out state, your brain and body thinks that there is perceived danger all around you. And again, because of that, your brain and body focuses on the energy on the external environment. What that means is all the muscles will tense up, right? The body will tense up. And when this happens, adrenaline is running, right? The person becomes very alert, very ready, very reactive. immune system gets weaker, system gets weaker, and what's even worse, people's DNA starts shrinking. They don't regenerate as fast. So this is what happens in a sympathetic state, which is why how many of you ever experienced before when you're feeling really stressed, right? You have like stomach problems. Anybody experienced something like this before? Or maybe when you're feeling really stressed and you feel your neck and shoulder is so tense and you don't even know why. Right? Or again, how many of you realize, especially when you're stressed or you didn't get enough sleep, you fall sick very easily, right? Because all of this takes a hit. Your immune system or everything is taking a hit. Okay. So that is the sympathetic state. Then there is the parasympathetic state, also known as the rest and relax state. In this state, this is when all healing happens. No more danger. Your mind is relaxed. Your body is relaxed. Your body is healing. Right? Just like what you experienced at the end of last night. That is why when people are sick, they always need to sleep a lot. Because the minute your eyes are open, chances are you're going to be in a sympathetic, stressed out state. Why? Because you're always looking for something to do. You're either always looking for something to do or you're always looking at this beautiful thing right here. And because of that, again, majority of people are always in that sympathetic, stressed out state. What? Really move, right? What's even worse, right? You'll see people sitting down with their one leg ready to run. Have you seen that before? Have you seen like those people, when they're sitting down, they're like their leg. Hey, let me try to show. Let me try to show the camera, right? So they're sitting down and the leg is just like. Have you seen something like that before? Right? They're just sitting down and just like that where their leg is going on. It just and they can't sit steadily because their body just feels like it needs to run, it needs to move, it's like it's in danger. Have any of you experienced this before? Just sitting down there and see your leg just going like bouncing up and down. Again, people's nervous systems are highly stressed. So, how does your nervous system work? How your nervous system works is at any time, right? At any point in time, when you go into your environment or when something happens to you, or when someone says something to you, right? Any action, basically, there's some trigger that will happen in your environment. And what happens is your brain would start processing it, right? So a trigger happens, and then immediately your brain starts processing it. Process. And then after processing it, it creates a particular action. It tells you, ding, this is the action that you should be taking. Right. So, for example, earlier when I said durian, let's eat durian, right? That was the trigger. Durian. To some people, it's like, oh yeah, I remember I had durian at one point. It's so nice. Oh, eating durian, so juicy, so yummy. But maybe for John, it's like, oh man, this shit smelling thing. It's horrid. Oh, then the action is like, let's not go near it, right? And that's how the nervous system works. So just think about it is there's an input processing system, which is basically your brain. It processes it, and then it creates an output, right? Same thing happens um, when you have conversations, right? With especially with your loved ones. How many of you have fought with your loved ones before? Anybody get triggered by your girlfriend, your wife, your boyfriend, your husband? Anybody? Right? Same thing happens. Sometimes my wife, she shouts at me, and then my brain inputs it like, oh, she keeps shouting at me, she keeps doing this thing, and then the output is like, shout back, right? It's time to stand my ground. And then like I start shouting back, and then we start having a shouting war. Trigger happens in your environment, brain processes it, and then an output happens. So the one reason why I'm sharing this with you is because the one thing that you want to make sure that you're doing on top of breathing, on top of learning how to breathe, is you want to be making sure you are rewiring your input and you are constantly updating your software. Because just like a phone, software have bugs. Because your software, I'm going to share with you how it was developed soon. But just believe me when I say that your software has a lot of bugs. How many of you agree that your software has some bugs that you are maybe already aware that you need to upgrade? Because this upgrade happens in your nervous system level. And that's what I want you to understand. Again, it is your nervous system that you want to gain control over. And when you do that, that's when you truly master your life, your health, and your emotions. So the big question will then come is, how was your nervous system created? How was your processing system created? How from the minute you took your first breath? The minute you take your first breath when you enter this earth, and from every breath since you've taken that breath up until today, that is what had created your processing system. And the big problem is majority of your processing system, of our processing system, was created when we were very, very young, between the ages of 0 to 7 years old, right? Fresh, zero programming, zero understanding of how the world works, and then from every situation, dealing with our parents, going to school, right? Going to college, going to uni, going to work, in all these different situations, we experience different highs and different lows. And the experiences that we experience on a very high emotion, that's majority of what created our processing system. And what, again, many people don't realize is how strong or how powerful, if you don't rewire your processing system, you're always going to get fucked by the same situation. How many of you know what I mean? You're always going to get triggered by the same situation. So no matter how much you breathe, if you don't rewire that, you go back to the situation, you're going to get stressed again. Then you're like, oh, fuck, I'm stressed again. Then you go back, then you breathe, you feel good. You go back, you get triggered again, you're like, oh, fuck, right? And sometimes these systems are so powerful, it can even last till today. See, for example, right, growing up, I remember when I first went to school. When I first went to school, I was a very, very playful kid, right? And I didn't even know what studying was. Why am I suddenly having to do work, right? But because of that, and because I was so playful, one of the first comments a teacher gave to me was that I am so too playful, I'm lazy, and I am stupid. And this happened to me just before I went into my primary school. Because my teacher said that, I believed it. And throughout my school life, I always thought I was not a good student. I always thought I was lazy. I always thought I was stupid. And I always thought I couldn't make it. All the way until uni, it was still affected me. Every exam, I would feel stressed. Every exam, I'll feel like I'm going to fail. Every exam, I feel like I cannot do it. And then it even followed me to work. Whenever I work, I would doubt myself. I would be unsure about myself, right? I would question what I'm doing. I would feel extra stressed. I'll be extra anxious. I'll feel extra worried, right? And then it even moved into my entrepreneurship journey. Every time I want to take a step forward, I take a few steps back. I take one step forward. Oh, I'm not ready. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I cannot do it. And I start telling these lies to myself until I started to learn to rewire my mind and to let all of these things go. The first step was to let all of it go, and then was to rewire my mind. That's why I became like a Tony Robbins. Anybody know Tony Robbins here? Right? I became a Tony Robbins life coach, right? I made sure Tony Robbins was my teacher because he was helping so many people. And I made sure I learned from the best of the best of how to rewire my mind. And then since then, I've been able to do so much, meet so many new people, do so many amazing things, travel for free, travel business class, experience all these amazing things. But it all starts with first letting go of all the weight that is holding you back, letting go of the limitations that is holding you back, right? And then rewiring your mind so that it works for you, not against you. Okay. So, on that note, my question then to you guys would be, what are the stories that you have been through in your life that is affecting you today? Okay. So, what I want you to do right now, very quickly, is I want you to take a pen and paper. Okay. I want you to take a pen and paper, right? Take a pen and paper right now. And on your piece of paper, okay, I want you to take a paper landscape. Okay. I want you to take a paper, do it like this, right? And on your paper, I want you to draw a line in the middle, right in the middle, right through. I want you to draw a line. Okay. Nice. UPW is amazing, right? UPW is super awesome. UPW and then Date with Destiny, and then yeah. Once you rewire everything, it's really, really, really awesome. Okay, so take a piece of paper, take a line, draw across, right? So this, my dear friends, I want you to, this is called your lifeline. From the left all the way to the right is basically all your age, right? And so what I want you to do is, assuming your age from 0 to wherever you are now, okay? I want you to think back of all the different experiences that you remember that you have been through in your life. Okay. If they are good experiences, I want you to write it on top. If they are bad experiences, I want you to write it at the bottom. Okay. Again, if they are good experiences, I want you to write it above the line. If they are bad experiences, I want you to write them below the line. Right? Just think back right now. All the different experiences that you've been through, all the different experiences that you remember. Because from these experiences, we create beliefs. And how many times do you need to experience it to create a belief? Just one, right? And so, what sometimes we don't realize is that some of these beliefs we hold on so tightly that it's holding us back. So right now, again, what I want you to do is I'm going to give you some time, and I want you to really just think of all the different experiences that you've been through, the good and the bad. And when you write down these experiences, just write it down first, right? Just write down all the different experiences that you remember, from the good experiences to the bad experiences. All right. So just do this now. I'm going to give you 10 minutes. Okay. I want you to really write down all the different experiences that you have experienced that you remember. Now, when you do this, what I will also especially want you to do is I want you to draw out the most painful experiences, the ones that you are not willing to talk about to other people, the ones that even talking about it causes a trigger inside of you. Even talking about it, even sharing it is painful, is shameful, is embarrassing, or whatever crap feeling. These ones especially, I want you to write them out now. Okay? We're just pulling out these different experiences from your nervous system. Because the idea is if we can pull them out of your nervous system, then we can start letting them go. But before we can let them go, we must first acknowledge these experiences. Okay? So take 10 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna give some music. So this is your lifeline. This is how your processing system was created. From the different experiences that you experienced from a young age, growing up with your parents at home, right? What did your parents tell you? What are some of the beliefs you grew up with? Who did you have to be growing up? What defined being a good boy or a good girl? Right? Who did you have to be for your father to be a good boy or a good girl? Who did you have to be for your mother to be considered a good boy or a good girl? And are these beliefs stopping you from living the life that you want to live today? Maybe growing up, you were taught that money is the root of all evil. Maybe growing up, you were taught that it is hard to earn money. And subconsciously, we don't realize that these beliefs are still in our heads today. Maybe you were bullied growing up. Maybe somebody felt like you're not good enough. Take a moment, just write them down out. Just acknowledge yourself for a moment. What are some painful experiences that you've been through? What are some challenging, difficult situations that you've been through? Are there some pains or traumas that you are holding on to? If there are, I want you to write them out right now. I'm gonna give you a few more minutes. You can write down all the experiences. And then again, if you want to deep dive a little bit, as you look at your experiences, just ask yourself, what beliefs did I create from these experiences? Are there certain limitations that you've created? Are there certain beliefs that you've created? All right, and begin finishing up. You can start beginning to finish up. Just one more minute. All right, and welcome back. Okay, so how many of you have a lifeline? How many of you have your lifeline in front of you right now? You see a timeline, you see a lifeline, you roughly see how your processing system was created. Just type me into the chat, just so that I know that you have your lifeline or your timeline roughly in front of you. Okay, so if you've done yours, just type me into the chat. Okay, are you guys here? Let's do. Hello. Yes, me. Okay, awesome. Great. Now, The next thing that I want you to do is now that you have seen this lifeline in front of you, especially on the parts below the line, right? Especially on the parts below the line, right? Which are your traumatic experiences, your limitations, your bad experiences. What I want you to do right now is I want you to look at all of the experiences below the line, okay? And I want you to ask yourself, which of these experiences or which of these limitations are you ready to let go? Right? Right now, I want you to select three, right? At least three of these experiences or limitations or pain or traumas that you are ready to let go. Okay. Again, just take a moment, just select three. Once you have selected the three, I want you to type ready into the chat. Okay. Again, you can select more than three. If you want to select all of it, you also can, but I want you to select at least three. Once you have selected them, I want you to type ready into the chat. Okay, good. Very good. Okay, so now that you are ready, so what many people don't realize, okay, before I share with you that, the next thing, the next exercise before I share with you how to really let all of this go is I'm going to give you about 3 minutes, right? I'm going to give you 3 minutes. And then after 3 minutes, I'm going to give you a 5 minute break, right? So in case you still need more time to write, you can use the break time to write it. But what we're going to do is I'm going to give you 3 minutes. And I want you to write down, why is it important for you to let these things go? Because again, you need to understand how the nervous system works. And the nervous system will only do something if it understands why it is important for you to do it. Until here and here knows why it's important to let it go, it will never really let it go. So this is the first step. Okay, I'm going to give you again 3 minutes. Okay, I want you to write down why it is important for you to let these things go. What is it stopping you from achieving? What pain has it been creating for you? Or how much pain has it caused you all this time? How much has it affected you all this time? Okay, so I'm going to give you in total. Okay, I'm gonna give you like say 10 minutes in total, all right? So be back here by 9:05 p.m. Okay. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to write, and just in case you need a little bit more time to write, take your time to write. Okay. Be back here again at 9:05 p.m. This is Today is a bit of a heavier session because we're pulling these things out. That's why we just want to space it out, right? And then after we come back from our break, we're going to let all of these things go. So during this time, really take the time to set the intention, to make the choice of the things that you want and are ready to let go. And I'm going to encourage you to let go of anything that's been holding you back. See, for example, one thing that was holding me back for a long time was my relationship with my parents. When I first became an entrepreneur, my parents, my sweet, sweet, loving parents, took the time to take me out for dinner, sit me down, and to tell me that I'm going to fail as an entrepreneur. Who would take the time, right? Can you imagine? I take the time to take you out for dinner, sit you down and say, I think you are going to fail. The only reason why I'm buying you dinner now is to tell you that you are going to fail and that you should do something else. So when my parents did that to me, I was so angry at them that every time I went to see them, I would have a black face. I won't be happy. It would be like 3, 4 hours of really awkward dinner silence. And it was just a miserable, miserable, miserable experience. But once I made the decision to let that go, and I did what I'm about to share with you after the break, just letting go. Let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. Now my relationship with my parents is so much better. When I see them, I enjoy my time with them. I enjoy going on holidays with them. I enjoy eating and spending time together. And since we're going to be spending time together anyways, why not enjoy that time? Agreed? Same for you. I'm sure there are times or aspects or areas in your life that maybe it's time to let go of the pain, to let go of the shields, to let go of the walls, to let go of that protection. Okay. So I hope you guys been writing as I have been talking, okay, because I've been eating into your break time. If not, oh else. Okay, so I will see you back here at 9:05 p.m., guys. Remember, why is it important for you to let it go? Because when you let it go, you can enjoy your life better. Because I could let it go, I could enjoy time with my parents. Why was it important for me to let go of my pain with my parents? Is so that when my parents die, I don't have any regrets. Because they're gonna die, lah, right? In a very morbid way, sooner or later, everybody's gonna die. The last thing I wanted is having regrets when they die. Right? Maybe when they died, I think, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have said this, I should have said that. No. And that's why it was important for me to let it go. And that's why it was easy for me to let it go, because I knew my why. So make your whys powerful and get ready to let everything go. Okay, I will see you guys at 9:05. Ciao.
I hope that you finally found it all. All the things that you said that you needed after all. All those times we had, they left a mark. And I know life goes on, but I miss you in the dark. Days turn to years, turn to stories we tell about all of the good times and times that were hell when we were young, we were broke, we were chasing a fire and watching it turn to smoke, and some of us just let go. You got lost, had enough. Time it did what it does and done what you had to rust. But wherever you are, understand me. You were loved. You were loved. I hope that our paths they cross again. 'Cause I'm dying to know all the places you have been. Oh, living life in color. Everything around me looks so beautiful and sweet. Heavenly desire. Everything so bright, it's like a brand new movie scene. All the immersive colors, picture perfect, vibrant, gamer's paradise. And the world keeps going right. I feel good. And there's a million stars in the sky. I feel good. When the sun is shining so bright. I feel good. And the world keeps going round, going round. I feel good. Life is clearer than I've ever seen. Feels like I've got magic inside me. The world is lighting up, lighting up. Ooh. Oh, let all the immersive surround me. Colors, picture perfect, vibrant, gamer's paradise. It's blissful, and the world keeps going round. I feel good, and there's a million stars in the sky. I feel good, when the sun is shining so bright. I feel good, and the world keeps going round, going round. I feel good. People all around me seem to sing so
Okay, and
trying to find
welcome back. If you are back, just type back into the chat so that I know that you are back. Again, if you are back, type back into the chat. All right, welcome back. Boo. Hi, John. Hi, Raj. Hi, guys. Hello, guys and gals. Welcome back. Right. Hi, Juan. Okay. Hi, Hannah. Nice, nice. Awesome. So, how many of you are ready to let some of your shit go? How many of you are ready to let some of your shit go? Just type me into the chat. Because what many people don't realize, right, is what many of my clients never realize is that a lot of times when we experience these really painful experiences, what ends up happening is we end up storing these experiences into our nervous system. We might think we have let it go, but how many of you've ever been through a traumatic experience before? You know, you think about letting it go, but you just cannot let it go. Anybody, right? And again, because of that, we store it in our nervous system. That's why when you start suddenly talking about that experience, maybe you start crying, right? So, for example, when my cousin first happened, when my cousin first decided to commit suicide, I couldn't talk about it. Every time I spoke about it, I'd start crying, right? Why? Because again, we store up these different emotions um, in our nervous system, which comes to then what I really want you guys to learn today is the power of letting go. When you can let go of these experiences, when you can let go of these pains, when you can let go of these anger, these difficult, these challenging moments, these moments that traumatized you, we allow ourselves to heal. Anybody feel angry towards anybody? Do any of you feel angry or pissed off towards somebody else? Or you're holding some sort of anger? You know what anger is? Anger is drinking poison and hoping your enemy dies. In being angry at somebody that you hate is like giving that person a room in your brain to live in. Will you give somebody you hate a person you hate a room to live in your head especially? That's what happens with traumatic experiences as well. And again, when you let it go, you allow yourself to heal. So how many of you again are ready to let it go? How many of you are ready to let it go? Yeah. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go deep today, deeper today with the deep breathing, right? And so today we're gonna do about 3 sets of deep breathing. We're gonna do how many sets? 3 sets, right? We're gonna do 3 sets of deep breathing, and each set we're gonna take about 50 deep breaths. How many? 50. Okay. The first set, we're gonna hold our breath for about a minute. The second set, also about a minute. The third set, about a minute and 15 seconds. In these breathing sets, again, your idea is you want to allow yourself to heal and recover. And it is an opportunity for you to let all of your stress and shit and problems and all the crap that you're going through go. Okay. So sorry. Today we're gonna do 2 sets. We're gonna do 2 sets of deep breathing. All right. Gonna do nice 2 full sets of deep breathing, and then we're gonna see how you feel um after. Right. So right now is the time. I want you to close your eyes. Okay. I want you to again off all the lights around you. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to lie back. I want you to sit down or however. Get into as comfortable as of a position as possible. Okay. Get into as comfortable as position as possible. Off all your lights, off everything, switch everything off. All right. Good. Okay, let me get you the music first. Okay, let me see. Where is my music? What have we done to my thing? Um, Wait, okay. So now's the time, guys. I want you to lie down, sit down, whatever it is. Just sit back, relax, and close your eyes. Now, with your eyes closed right now, the first thing you want to do is you want to set an intention for yourself. What is it that you want to gain from today's practice? What do you want to get out of it? Whether it's to feel healthier, to get stronger, right? To set the intention of letting your traumas and your stresses and your problems go, right? Right now, I want you again to just set the intention of letting your limitations go, of letting the traumatic experience that is holding you back go. To set the intention right now. Focusing on the intention, take a deep breath in, all the way in, and let it go. Ah. Focusing on the intention. Again, take a deep breath in, all the way in. And let it go. Ah. One last time, focusing on the intention. Take a deep breath in, all the way in. And let it go. Ah. Now you're gonna start taking your deep breaths. Stomach first, then chest, then head. And then letting it go. And as you start taking your deep breaths, you want to build this relationship again with your breath. You want to feel your breath going in and going out. You want to feel your stomach rising, feeling your chest rising, feeling that oxygen going all the way to the head. And just let it go. And when you let it go, you just let the breath go. As you learn to let your breath go, you learn to let stress go. As you learn to let your breath go, you learn to let your problems go. Just let it go. Taking it fully in, all the way in. And let it go. Nice, full, deep breath. Making every breath count. Good. And on your next breath, you're going to focus on the top of your head. Focusing on the top of your head. Take a deep breath in, all the way in. And as you let it go, relax the top of your head. Going down the face, take a deep breath in, all the way in. As you let it go, you relax your face. Going down the neck, take a deep breath in, all the way in. As you let it go, you relax your neck. Going down the shoulders, take a deep breath in, all the way in. As you let it go, relax your shoulders. Going down the chest, take a deep breath in, all the way in. As you let it go, relax your chest. Going down the stomach, take a deep breath in, all the way in. As you let it go, relax your stomach. Going down the waist, take a deep breath in, all the way in. As you let it go, you relax your waist. Going down the legs, take a deep breath in, all the way in. As you let it go, you relax your legs. Going down the feet, take a deep breath in, all the way in. As you let it go, you relax your feet. Good. Now your whole body is nice and relaxed. And you're gonna keep taking your deep breaths. Stomach first, then chest, then head. And then letting it go. And you want to feel any tension in your body. Just go to that area of your body. Take a deep breath in, all the way in. And let it go. Good. We're just gonna do 15 more breaths here. As we do this last 15 breaths, have the countdown in your head. And as we do this last 15 breaths, double the speed of how you were breathing. Breathe in for 2 seconds, breathe out for 2 seconds. Ready? Breathe in and out. 15. Breathe in and out. 14. Breathe in and out. 13. Breathe in and out. 12. Breathe in and out. 11. Breathe in and out. 10. Breathe in and out. 9. Breathe in and out. 8. Breathe in and out. 7. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. 5. Breathe in and out. 4. Breathe in and out. 3. Breathe in and out. 2. Breathe in and out. 1. Breathe in and out. All right, guys, you're gonna sync up with me. You're gonna take your last breath. Breathe in all the way in, as deep of a breath in as possible. And hold that breath. Now squeeze your belly, squeeze your chest, squeeze your neck, squeeze your oxygen for another 3, 2, 1. And a big ah sound. Just let it go and hold your breath. Just hold your breath. Just relax. And feeling the sense of calm, the sense of peace, the sense of deep relaxation that is always there inside of you. As you relax, as you reconnect with your mind, your body, and your soul. Good. Very good. So we're gonna hold our breath here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in, all the way in, as deep of a breath in as possible, and hold that breath. Holding it up there for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big ah sound. Just let it go. Good. Relax. You're gonna take 3 sighs of relief. Deep breath in, all the way in. And big sigh. 2 more in, all the way in. And big sigh. 1 last one in, all the way in. And big sigh. Good. Now you're gonna go into your last set of deep breathing for today. Same thing. Stomach first, then chest, then head. Then let it go. And follow your breath to the base of your spine, knowing that all this different energy is stored up inside your energy centers, starting from the base of your spine, moving up the stomach, moving up the chest, moving up the neck, all the way up to the head, and just letting it go. And that's how all your energy centers are connected. And right now, you are clearing out all the the tension in your energy centers. You are clearing out the limitations. You are letting go of your traumas. You are letting go of your pains. You are letting go of everything that is holding you back. So just let it go. Let go of your fears. Let go of your challenges. Let go of the tension in your mind and your body. And when you breathe in, you renew your nervous system with life. You fill yourself up with love, with joy, with abundance. Again, getting rid of everything that is holding you back. And all you are doing is taking deep breaths in and out, in and out. Don't pause at the bottom, don't pause at the top. Nice, full, connected, circular, deep breaths. Stomach first, then chest, then head. Let it go. And again, with each breath you let go of the limitations. You let go of your stresses. You let go of your problems. And you let go of everything that is holding you back. Just let it go. Because when you let it go, you set yourself free. You set your mind, your body, and your soul free. So keep breathing, making every breath count, energizing and healing yourself from within. Good, very good. We're just gonna do 20 more breaths here. As we do this last 20 breaths, have the countdown in your heads. Taking it fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 20. Fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 19. Fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 18. Fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 17. Fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 16. Fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 15. Fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 14. Fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 13. Fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 12. Fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 11. Fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 10. Fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 9. Fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 8. Fully in. And let it go. 7. Deep breath, guys. And let it go. 6. Fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 5. Fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 4. Fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 3, fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 2, fully in, all the way in. And let it go. 1. All right, guys, you're gonna sync up with me. You're gonna take your last breath. Breathe in, all the way in, as deep of a breath in as possible. And hold that breath. Now squeeze your stomach, squeeze your chest, squeeze your neck for another 3, 2, 1. And a big ah sound, just let it go and hold your breath. Just hold your breath and just relax. And as you hold your breath right now, I want you to see a light coming in from the top of your head. See this light coming in from the top of your head, healing yourself. See this light going in through your head, going down into your body, going down into your legs. And just see this light inside your body growing bigger and bigger, brighter and brighter, cleansing and healing you from within. As you see this light inside of you growing bigger and bigger, brighter and brighter. As you hold our breath here for the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in, all the way in, as deep of a breath in as possible, and hold it there. Holding it there for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And a big ah sound, just let it go. You're gonna take 3 sighs of relief. Deep breath in, all the way in. And big sigh. 2 more in, all the way in. And big sigh. 1 more in, all the way in. And big sigh. Good. Now just lie down and relax. And in this state, right now, I want you to take your hand, put it on your heart. And with your hands on your heart right now, I want you to just feel grateful for being free. Feel grateful for being healed. Feel grateful for being stronger than you once were. For having the courage to let your pain and problems go. And just take a moment to feel grateful and appreciate yourself. To love yourself. To remember that everything that you have been through has made you who you are today. The good, the bad, the highs, the lows. And to remember that you are amazing in every way. So take a moment to appreciate yourself, feeling so grateful for who you are and who you have become. Remembering that you deserve all the love and abundance in the world. And you truly deserve all the love and abundance in the world. As you sow this statement in your heart, I deserve all the love and yourself to heal and recover from within. As you feel grateful for your health, grateful for your life, grateful for your breath. Good. And with your hands on your heart right now, we're going to take 3 deep breaths in. As with each breath, you're going to remind yourself that you deserve all the love and abundance in the world. Hands on your heart. Everybody take a deep breath in, all the way in. And the line, I deserve all the love and abundance in the world. 2 more times. Take a deep breath in, all the way in. And go, I deserve all the love and abundance in the world. All right. And one last time, taking that nice deep breath in, all the way in. And go, I deserve all the love and abundance in the world. As you remember that you deserve all the love and abundance in the world. Good. Now I'm going to slowly count to 3. As I count to 3, you're going to open up your eyes, feeling good, feeling relaxed, feeling better than ever. In 1, slowly wiggling your fingers, slowly wiggling your toes. In 2, and 3, eyes open, feeling good, feeling relaxed, feeling better than ever. So give yourself a nice stretch. Big, big stretch as you come back to consciousness, as you come back to reality. All right, and welcome back, my dear, dear friends. How are you guys feeling right now? Just type it into the chat. How are you feeling? Are you feeling? How are you feeling, my friends? How are y'all feeling? Just type into the chat. Are you alive? Are you awake? Are you here in the conscious world? Ready to go to bed. Nice. Sleepy. Okay. Feel more lighter than yesterday. Nice. Good. All right. How many of you feeling more relaxed? Anybody feeling more relaxed? Yeah. How many of you feeling so much more lighter now? Yeah. Anybody experience maybe some tears coming down your eyes? Anybody tears coming down your eyes? Do you feel like some emotions has released? How many of you experienced that? Or how many of you experienced some tingling sensations? Did anybody experience tingling sensations, whether in your feet or your hands? Type tingling into the chat. All right. So let me ask you guys now, right? On out of curiosity, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being amazing and 1 being not great, how are you guys feeling right now? Right? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being amazing and 1 being not great. How are you guys feeling right now? Right? So awesome. Anna's feeling an 8. John's feeling an 8. Jash's feeling great. Okay, cool. One's feeling an 8. Okay, nice, nice. Okay, very good. Very good. All right. It's good to see that a lot of you are feeling better than you did earlier, right? So Fu's feeling a 7, right? Slight improvement, right? So don't worry, okay, Fu. By the end of the day 4, we're gonna go even deeper. I'm gonna share with you even more advanced things to feel good. Right? Chances are maybe there's a lot of shit happening in your life. Maybe yes, maybe no. Okay. But have you guys learned something today? If you've learned something today, just type yes into the chat. If you've learned something today, just type yes into the chat. Right? So, guys, this is again what you want to do. This is the first step of rewiring what is happening in your brain and your body. The first step you need to do is you first need to make the intention to let it go. Because until you let it go, your cup is full, your brain is full, right? So imagine a cup full of water. Until you empty the cup first, then only can you fill it up with new things, rewired things, abundant thinking. All right. And so every night, what I'm going to encourage you to do is again to set the intention to let something go. Whatever that's happened in your day, whatever fights, whatever mistakes, if you make a mistake, right, I'm going to give you a quick tip of 2 questions you can ask yourself. 1, what did you learn from the mistake? And 2, how is it funny? How is the situation funny? Right? And this will help you let go of these situations. All right? All right, guys. Okay. So if you have been enjoying this, right? If you have been enjoying what you've been doing so far, and you know that this is, hey, you want to join more, right? I have a community where we do this every 2 weeks. Okay. Because how many of you agree that sometimes life or the world can be very distracting or can take your attention? Because of that, me and my community, we meet every 2 weeks. We breathe together, we reset together. We do our most advanced breathing techniques to really recharge and energize ourselves so that we can achieve our dreams together. Right. So if you've ever felt lonely, if you've ever felt like you never had people to achieve your dreams with, or if you just enjoyed how you're feeling today, how you're feeling yesterday, you like to feel better, you enjoy feeling this way, then also I'm going to encourage you to join our community. All right. So again, for any of you who are interested, go to bit.ly/Power Breath Community. When you go to this link, it will bring you to a questionnaire where we will just ask you some questions to better understand you. Because guess what? Okay, guys, I have some bad news for you. Okay. The bad news is not everybody gets accepted into this community. Again, because how many of you have dealt with negative people? How many of you have realized, right? One bad seed can destroy an entire group. Anybody know what I mean? Because of that, we carefully select who gets to join this community. Okay. So again, go to bit.ly/Power Breath Community if and only if you are interested in joining a community, a supportive and loving community to help you grow. Okay. Um, so, lastly, any questions for me, guys? Any questions for me? If no questions, I want to ask you guys this very last question. What was your biggest takeaway from today? Type it into the chat. What is your biggest takeaway that you gained from today's practice? What is the one big thing that you've learned that you will apply in your life? Okay. Just take a moment to share, type into the chat. Let it go. Yes, so simple. All of y'all are gonna start singing the song right tonight. Let it go, let it go. Right, everybody watch Frozen together. All right, release and let go every day. Okay, good. Also, yes, before I forget, guys, ice bath challenge happening this Sunday. This Sunday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. How many of you can make it? Can you make it? Ice bath challenge happening this Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Okay. If you can make it, just make sure you WhatsApp me. Just say ice bath, and I will register your spot for the ice bath challenge. Okay. The location will be in Glenmarie. All right. The location will either be in Glenmarie or Puchong. I haven't fully finalized it. I'm trying to get a nicer spot for us. All right. But again, just secure your spot first. The next challenge, the next ice bath challenge, happening this Sunday. It'll be like a graduation. Okay, guys. We come, we breathe together, we do the ice bath together, and then you realize how easy it is to conquer stress and how powerful you have grown just by unlocking the power of your breath. Okay, I know it sounds crazy. When I became an instructor teaching people ice bath, even I was still terrified. But trust me when I say this, when you can conquer the ice bath, when you can go through something so stressful like the ice bath, everything else in life also becomes easier. Not only that, your dopamine level also increases by 250%. Okay. So if you want to be more motivated, if you want to be happier, if you want to really be able to achieve your dreams, come and join the Ice Bath Challenge happening this Sunday. Okay, guys? Ken, any questions? Any questions so far for me? Okay, if not, that is the end of day number 2 of the Power Breath Masterclass. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys are already feeling better. And as always, every day as we do this, the goal is for you to feel better and better and better, happier, happier, so that you're so enjoyable, so fulfilled. Life is just working for you and not against you. All right. Over the next 2 days, I'm going to share with you more advanced breathing practices. So make sure you show up, okay? Because if you think you're feeling good now, wait till the end of day 4. You're going to be feeling a lot better. Okay, guys? So until then, my name is Pia Chai Teo. As always, we will start tomorrow, day number 3 at 8 p.m. sharp. Same link. I will send you guys the details. And I will also send you the recordings of these 2 days soon. Okay, guys. Till then, I will see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Bye.